Another episode of Front Porch Fridays.
Are you excited?
You're
always excited.
Well, I'm always excited.
Yeah.
You know, Friday is a good day for most everybody that I know. Yeah. But we are in one of my favorite places here in Richmond.
Where are we? Forest Hill Park.
Forest Hill Park. An amazing Forest Hill Park.
Yeah, it's beautiful here. We have, of course, you're right here. There's all these houses that are, I guess, somewhat historic, most of them. I don't know. Do you know of any new construction right nearby?
No new construction.
I don't really think there is. So you can, the character in this neighborhood, these houses is just incredible. We're actually going to sit on the porch of one today, but before we do that, we're going to talk a little bit about this park and what goes on here. Why don't you
Well,
get us
one of
started?
the most important things that happen here every Saturday is south of the James Farmers Market, and it's year-round. In the winter, they do a shortened time frame from 9 to 12, but in the summer it's 8 to 12, and you better get here early. It packs them in there. There must be, gosh, 50 vendors.
Oh, there are a lot, yeah.
Ranging from
fruits and vegetables,
grass-fed
organic
beef,
meat,
flowers, a donut the size of your head.
But
from Mrs. Yoder's Donut Truck.
We can't go there anymore.
We can't go there. Why can't we go there?
What are we supposed to start doing this week?
Juicing.
Should we share with that?
She wants me to juice.
But we can come here and get all of our fruits and vegetables.
Yes, we could do that. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming today. We're in Forest Hill in the Westover Hills neighborhood, and your church is planted here. This is Leslie and Adam Martino from United Church.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Well, we're excited to have you guys, and I just want to say, you know, keeping it real, because we like to keep everything real.
Yeah.
I've known these guys for a couple years, and you know, I just want to say that the reason that I'm connected to you guys, and I know I've shared this with you before, and it's true. Adam and Leslie are probably two of the most approachable people in ministry that I've ever met. And you have always made me feel welcome. I'm going to cry starting about it. No, you just have always made me feel welcome. And you don't find that a lot with, you know, in the churches sometimes people, you know, that gets lost. You know, you get busy, it gets crazy. And, you know, you guys are just real. You're the real deal. And you know, I'm excited about what God has called you to do here in this area and in Richmond. So that's what we want to sit with you. We want to tell us about your passion. I know, and I think Dawn knows, we know,
but we want
really
others to know about you, because not everybody has that blessing to always get to come to your church every Sunday. And
but hey, they can come 10:30.
10:30.
You're gonna high school. We'd love to have you
every Sunday.
Yeah.
So, no plug.
No plug. No pitch.
No shameless.
But tell us why Forest Hill, this corridor? What was the draw there?
You know, sometimes it's funny that you don't realize what's happening. We believe that God is in control of every circumstance, every situation in our life. And it's funny that a lot of times you don't see what God's doing until He's already done it. And 13 years ago, we felt called out of New York City, and we relocated here to Richmond, Virginia. A roommate from Bible college was living here in the Forest Hill corridor, and we wanted to be close to them. So we moved around the corner from them. They left. We stayed. And almost 12 years later, around the 10-year mark, we started to feel something stirring in our heart, particularly for this community. And we started to have conversation with a lot of families in this community. And the conversation was like this. Our kids are getting ready to go to school, so where do you think we should move?
Absolutely. That's always the conversation.
Yeah, move. And you know, here in Westover Hills, Stratford Hills, Bon Air, I mean, it's just gorgeous.
Yes,
I mean, this is just a gorgeous section of the city. And we're like, well, I don't
Why do you want to leave?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to leave.
Right.
And then we started the quest into looking into the Richmond public school system, and we felt in our heart that we could be best used in this market, getting plugged into the schools, getting involved in the schools.
Rather than escaping.
Rather than
everybody
leaving.
wants to do.
Right, rather than leaving. So we said we want to make an impact in the school, so we started connecting with principals and city officials, and just things started to happen, and change started to happen. And our middle schooler goes to Lucille Brown, which is right up the street here, became good friends with the principal there and some of the faculty there. And over the last year and a half, we just really, the
Yeah.
lights came on and we said we need to start a church here in the Forest Hill corridor.
Who they are. I mean,
You may not be aware of, this new facility that the city of Richmond has built, Huguenot High School, because the old one is still next door.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of need
Yeah.
and lostness in a pretty covering.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
That
It
needs
is.
to be addressed.
It is.
And your being in there, boots on the ground, in that building particularly, is a big deal to a lot of
Very
those
big
kids and their families.
It's been great for us. Even before we launched the church, we would meet Wednesday mornings for a time of prayer with whatever teachers would want to come and pray with us. So it's
Were
really
they been
been
receptive of that for you
yeah.
guys?
They have been, and we're blessed that there are a good amount of teachers in that school that just have a strong faith,
Yeah.
and they believe that the school is there. It's brand new. It's there to make an impact, not only in the students but in the community around it.
Yeah,
So
right.
so when we said, hey, let's meet as a church, they said we'd love to do it. Like,
Sure.
how can we support you? How can we be? How
And
can
out
we
of that,
be
you
with
have you do service days in the community.
Yeah, you've done it.
Which y'all got.
So we did our first one
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, we call it the Forest Hill Serve
Yeah.
Day, and it's something that we want to do every year. And we've been lucky that Kristen Larson, who's the 4th District City Councilwoman, she's come alongside of us, and she was with us. We spent about 4.5 hours. We had probably about 100 or a little more than 100 people serving in the community. So we were strategic, and we said, there's a lot of families that put a lot of resources
Right.
in caring for these areas like Westover Hills. There's a stretch of Jenk Road that you could even call the Jenk Road corridor, and there's 3 schools, Lucille Brown, Red Elementary, and Westover Hills Elementary. So we started at Lucille Brown. They have a farm there with the Richmond.
Richmond Community Food Collaborative.
Good job.
Yes.
There you
So
go.
we partnered with them.
All in one
Yeah, all in one shot.
He didn't really
One
know.
shot.
He,
didn't
was
know
just
that.
trying to get
I was like, come on, man. Come on.
Bring me out of this.
Say it. But we partnered with them. We worked in the farm there. Then we went to Red Elementary. We mulched. We cleaned up the
Some
whole
yard
place.
work there.
Yeah, and then we went to Westover Hills. We painted a map on the
A
ground,
mural of the United States on the ground.
blocked off some parking area,
Getting them ready for the first day of school.
and then we
today.
had folks walking down Jenk Road picking up trash, just cleaning up.
That's awesome.
Kristen Larson included in that.
Yeah.
And
Love
tell
you guys.
people just real briefly,
Yep.
how can they get plugged in to United Church? What is the best way to reach out to you guys? Website or
Yeah,
Facebook?
we're on social media.
Yeah.
It's United Church RVA, our website United Church.
RVA.com.
RVA.com.
Really simple.
We meet every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. at Huguenot High School. Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you. Yay. Yay.
Yay.